Welcome back, everybody. My name is Stephen Meade with Domicile real estate for people who love houses. And this is another installment of window shopping, where we take you virtually to kind of some cool architectural homes around in the area throughout Southern California. And today I'm kind of excited about something because this is a topic that is very interesting to me. And I think it should be interesting to you too. And that's, we're going to talk about renovations. And I think one of the things that I think you realize if you start looking at homes that are interesting in any way is that there is a very wide range of the quality of renovations done on houses. And I also think that a great renovation can take a house that might not normally be anything particularly special, and it could turn it into something special. That's really the power of a cohesive, well-done renovation. And today there's a house exactly like that that's come up that I think is a great example of doing it right. And I want to talk about some of the things that they've done and why really the finished product is something great. And it's also, as an added bonus, today, this is a home that is priced under $1.2 million. So that means that kind of puts it in a range that might be accessible to a much larger number of people. I know a lot of times we feature houses on here that are, 1.5, 1.6, maybe even $2 million. We wanted to do something that was a little bit more closer to that $1 million mark as well. So here we are. It is 22642 Avenida, San Luis in Woodland Hills, California. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, about 1,600 square feet, built in the 1950s, and it is listed by Alex Duk with Harcourts Beverly Hills. This is not our listing, but really, if you are a buyer, you deserve your own representation. That is somebody who is only working for your best interests. Another unique feature of this house is that it's located on almost half an acre of land. And, I am going to talk about kind of the elephant in the room. If you go and look up this address, I don't want anybody to think I'm hiding anything. I'm going to pull up a map. Here is the 101 freeway. Here is the house located here. Something that's important to understand, though, is that a lot of times when you're behind a hill or you have a sound wall, you can actually be in the shadow of that sound wall. So with properties like this, it's really important to visit in person to get an idea of what the actual noise level is. As you can see over here, the price range, this is listed at $1.165 million, $1,165,000. I think for this size of a lot, you're really kind of getting a lot for your money. You're getting something that's not easy to buy, and I'm also a fan of that. So starting off on the outside, we see, frankly, great landscaping out front here. We also see kind of a cool color scheme they've chosen for the house. This is from the backyard looking back at the house. There's a pool, a lot of nice concrete work, a hillside. I mean, really, this is a nice property, but it's inside where you really see what they've done here. There's a large beam located here that separates the kitchen from this living dining area. So what they've done is they've opened these spaces up. We have a great tongue groove decked ceiling that they've done in the living room with these beams. I'm not sure if they're real or if they are decorative beams, but really there's a level of cohesiveness of this house. Something else they've done that I think is really a smart move, and you just don't see it that often, is they've exercised a bit of restraint on this kitchen remodel. They've done these beautiful concrete look countertops. I think they're actually quartz with the waterfall edge. They've done white cabinetry. They haven't tried to make this too complicated. I think this is a kitchen that is going to age really well. In fact, let's make it bigger here. So you can see a little bit of this detailing. They did also a concrete look flooring in here. Really, this is just such a clean and tidy look. The cabinetry has a very built-in look. The refrigerator is built in. This really is a lesson in how to do a kitchen remodel like this. You can see under counter microwaves, some floating shelves, really just a very clean, tidy job. This is probably one of my only complaints in this house. They left what's called a mullioned window. That's what these little bars are here. I think since they've gone a more contemporary direction, I would have liked to have seen them replace these glass panels with just plain glass. Might have been on their list. As you can see, we've got a dining area, great accessibility to the backyard. This living room is really quite perfect with these built-ins and a mantle that actually, means something. I think a lot of times on these houses, people don't know how to handle these fireplace walls. They're not sure exactly what to do. This is an example of how to handle a fireplace wall. Again, the main living area of this house is actually pretty big here. And you can see that it really flows nicely. Now, this is the largest bedroom, which also features a sitting room. It's actually been bumped out a little bit here, and it's kind of created a nice big slider that goes to the backyard, window over here, big closet. There's a lot of extra uses for this room, right? Because this is a bigger room. If you wanted to have maybe a little bit of a home office space, they have it set up here as kind of like a sitting area. But I always like to see creative uses for these other than just a plain sitting area. And I think you could totally do something cool there. Again, we have another window over here, really a lot of light in this house. You can see where it's been expanded. There's an ensuite there. This bathroom hasn't really been remodeled, so it's kind of an opportunity for you to do something. But again, at this $1.165 million level for under half an acre, for just under half an acre of land, I think there's a lot there. They've got beautiful wood floors in here. I like to see real wood floors like this in a house. It's more expensive, it's more difficult, but I think it's really worth it. This is, again, part of that expanded area that you see here, the way they built underneath the house. I think really it's a clever look. It gives you this kind of neat little sitting area outside, but you'll notice it's these extra little details that make the difference, like doing this stained wood decking for the ceiling underneath. That really adds a lot of warmth to these outdoor spaces. This is a secondary bathroom that's actually seen a little bit more remodeling. There's a new vanity. I think the tile work looks like it might still be original, but that wouldn't be super difficult to change out. Another bedroom here. And then we've got this great door that leads out to this pool area, kind of an awesome hillside location. I mean, really, this level of land and yard with a house that's done, we're just not seeing that very much in Southern California anymore. I know the house isn't huge, but there's a lot of outdoor living area with this property. This is really relaxed California living with privacy as well. This outdoor fireplace is beautiful. I mean, I can't imagine a better place to spend an evening really in Southern California, especially in the summer. And again, you can kind of see the house here sort of gently kind of rolling away from the hills. Really a nice setup. There's a waterfall as well, pool, hot tub that's raised. And then this is kind of that front yard space. It looks like that you see as well. Really just a great house. This is, again, that sort of under area that you see with that stained wood ceiling where it's underneath a roof covering. And then we've got here our garage around across the side. I think this is technically the front of the house. It's a side entry type of a property, but really just a great property, and something where a renovation was done right. And one of the things that we talk about a lot with our clients when we tour houses is the difference between a renovation that somebody did for them living in and a renovation that was done for sale. And to be honest, there are some pros and cons. I prefer the renovations that are done for somebody living there. The reason being is they might not have picked everything that you pick, but there's a lot of personality in those design choices, right? It feels like a home from the second you go in, whereas a lot of flipped properties, they have a feeling like that they were really trying to cater to the broadest audience possible. And while that means they're not going to offend you, it also means they might not really be pushing all the right buttons either. And sometimes those homes can feel a little generic and a little lacking in personality. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are interested in this house on Avenue San Luis in Woodland Hills, or any other architectural or unique homes, absolutely hit us up. We would love to work with you. There is a link down below for two things. One, where you can schedule a 15-minute, no cost, no obligation consultation with us. And secondly, we have our own real estate app, which we're going to tell you more about. We don't sell your data. Imagine an app where you can look at houses and not be bombarded with advertisements or knowing that your data is going out the back door. So there's a link there directly to download that for you. It works just like Redfin, Zillow, super easy. You can draw maps, look at everything. The biggest difference is that your data is a lot more secure, not being sold to third parties. Anyhow, questions, comments, always, we love them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And we will see you again real soon.